If you're looking for one of the most sought after lakefront suburbs right here in Cleveland, then this video is for you. I'm talking about this little hidden gem over on the west side of Cleveland, talking about Bay Village. It's a mostly residential community, very peaceful, super quiet, and really community focused. And my favorite part, you have amazing access to Lake Erie. You know, the reality is we don't have a ton of highly ranked suburbs right here on Lake Erie within a 20-ish minute drive right there to Cleveland. And that's why Bay Village is personally one of my favorite suburbs right here in Cleveland. So stick with me, guys, and let's go explore Bay Village. Hey everyone, Alex here. If this is your first time to the channel, I'm a local realtor right here in Cleveland. And if you're looking to move right here to Cleveland, I make content on exactly what it's like to live here. So if you're looking to relocate here and move, make sure you shoot me a text, phone call, or email, or use that link in the video description to schedule a call with me. Can't wait to help, guys. Talk with you soon. Let's get into it. So let's start with my favorite part about living right here in Bay Village, and that's its amazing access that we have here to Lake Erie. You know, we don't have a ton of amazing suburbs that border Lake Erie. In fact, I mean, we really have 3 good beaches right here in Cleveland, with Huntington Park Beach being one of them. You know, you're about a 25 to 30 minute drive to downtown Cleveland. Head a little bit more east, you have Edgewater Beach, which is only about 5 minutes from downtown, which is the largest lakefront property right here in Cleveland. And if you keep heading east, you got the Headlands Beach State Park over there in Menor. That's gonna be around a 35 to 40 minute drive to downtown. So you're getting a little bit out there. So each beach is gonna offer its own different vibe. You know, Huntington Park Beach is the smallest of these 3 beaches, but it feels a little bit more secluded, focused around, you know, Bay Village in general. It's a good spot for the community to kind of get together. Or if you head over to Edgewater, I mean, Edgewater is where everyone from Cleveland goes. I mean, it's got really good vibes. It's maintained really well, which is always really nice for how busy it is. But it's gonna be a little bit different when you compare, say, you know, Huntington Beach to Edgewater. Edgewater gets popping. This is where people go to barbecue. This is where they go to swim, play volleyball, go to run. It's just a different feel when you head over to Edgewater. And then obviously, if you're gonna keep heading east, you're gonna get over to the Headlands Beach State Park, which is the largest of these 3 beaches, which they're gonna offer a little bit more, you know, trails to explore. You got a big rock wall pier that's really fun to kind of go out there. You're gonna see a lot more nature here. It's a really good area, but it's also a state park. So again, you're gonna have a lot more visitors going to the Headlands, a lot more visitors going to Edgewater. Where Huntington Beach, it's gonna be a little bit more quieter over there, which is something, if you're looking to move to that community, something that could be really sought after. Look, I'm telling you right now, on a nice summer day, there is nothing better than taking your kiddos down to the beach, let them play in the sand, in the water, on the rocks, and sit back and watch the sunset. I mean, look, the reality is, guys, we live in Ohio, right? It is cold from November to April. That's why every year my family and I, we try to take a vacation down to Florida to catch some warmth. The reality is you know, the summer and the fall here in Ohio are beautiful, but we do have winter. Whether it's you're worried about the snow or just the coldness or the grayness, whatever it may be. I mean, when we get these summer months, it's so important to take advantage of them. And there is no better way, in my opinion, than to spend the summer than sitting at the beach right here in Cleveland. I mean, Lake Erie is our ocean. And when you watch the sunset come down and everyone out there is having a really good time, in my opinion, even though there's some amazing places to live right here in Cleveland, you can't beat the fact that we have pretty much an ocean right there in your backyard in such a small, tight-knit community. All right, so if we head back up, you know, to the other side of Lake Ave, I mean, here in Bay Village, we have some amazing parks and recreation centers here. You know, they got playgrounds for the kiddos, you got baseball and soccer field, basketball, tennis courts, and pickleball courts. You know, we even have an outdoor aquatic center here, which is super nice. I wish I got a video of it in the summertime when everyone's out there playing. You know, this is bunched up right in the middle of the city. Bay Village isn't huge, so this is a central spot for everyone to really come and visit. It's a quick drive away. Now, the reality is we don't have, you know, a ton of commercial options really at all here in Bay Village. So when it comes to shopping, you know, you're gonna really have your essentials, right? We're talking like a CVS and a Heinen's, maybe a good amount of restaurants, in my opinion, for how small it is. You got some local, you know, coffee shops, some local mom and pop shops. It's small here. But you do have some really good commercial options that are only, you know, within like a 15-minute drive to Bay Village. You know, you got Avon Commons and Crocker Park, all within about a 15-minute drive. So really, Bay Village, really just residential housing. And then if you wanted shopping or anything like that, you're gonna have to hit the surrounding suburbs. All right, now moving on to the schools, Bay Village has one of the top rated public school districts right here in Cleveland, with niche.com ranking Bay Village schools in the top 10 best public schools right here in Cleveland. So if you're looking for a place to bring your kiddos, I mean, this is gonna be a pretty big deal here, right? I mean, people move here just for the schools. Now you'll notice right there on niche.com that it has a C- for diversity. I will say that Bay Village doesn't have a ton of diversity, with 92% of the population being white. So keep that in mind. All right, now let's talk about the cons. You know, it can be pretty expensive to live here in Bay Village. Since we don't have a ton of really any commercial options here, and it's mostly residential, the property taxes here in Bay Village are gonna be pretty high. The average tax rate here is around 2.37%, which isn't the highest tax rate in Cuyahoga County, but you know, it's creeping up there. It's definitely up there in terms of how much you're gonna pay for your property taxes here in Cleveland. But you couple that with the average home price here, it can really add up, because if you look at the average home price here in Bay Village, I would say the numbers can be a little bit skewed. And I say that because if you're looking for a property right there on the water, I mean, you could be looking at $1 million to up to $6 million overlooking Lake Erie. It could be pretty expensive. And let me tell you right now, I love the homes on Lake Ave just north overlooking the water. I'm telling you, if you drive down Lake Ave, you'll just be staring at the beautiful real estate that we have in Bay Village overlooking the water. It's absolutely stunning. One of my favorite drives in Cleveland is right down Lake Ave, just checking out all those cool properties. But again, those properties can be really expensive. If you just head south of Lake Ave, I mean, you can find houses, usually little bungalows, anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000. And keep in mind that these properties overall tend to be a little bit smaller. We're talking probably under that 2,000 square foot mark. It's not including a basement if it is finished, but overall, if you wanted a property above that $500,000 price point, you will get more square footage. But that $300,000 to $500,000 price range, I mean, you're not gonna find a huge house here. So keep that in mind. And on top of it, not a big city, right? So we don't have a ton of inventory when it does come on the market. When you compare that to the surrounding suburbs, Bay Village has very low housing inventory. All right, now the last thing I want to talk about is actually something you probably never heard of. It's gonna be the Mayflies. We're talking from like May to June, sometimes even in the fall. We have this little harmless bug. It doesn't bite, but it just swarms Cleveland. And it's mostly on the west side suburbs. I mean, all the way up the coast over to Port Clinton. And when I say swarm, I mean they're so big that you can see them on the weather radar. Like if you keep your outside light on overnight and you wake up in the morning, chances are you're gonna have a pile of dead mayflies just chilling right there. So they're harmless, they're just a nuisance. I mean, especially like cleaning up, like if you got little spider webs on the outside, gonna be full. Spiders are eating good because let me tell you, there's just gonna dust it all off. You're gonna be cleaning up mayflies, carcasses for a couple weeks. You'll see swarms of them. You'll see birds going crazy, bats. I mean, it's kind of wild how many mayflies that we get here. But it's a sign that Lake Erie is healthy. So I guess when we don't have them, Lake Erie's struggling a little bit. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I know that was a pretty quick video. I just wanted to wrap it up, give you a little bit of insight about Bay Village. Again, one of my favorite suburbs right here in Cleveland, with a close proximity over to, Lake Erie right there, surrounded by some amazing suburbs as well. If you're looking to check out other videos right here in Cleveland, make sure you watch one of these videos. I make videos about relocating right here to Cleveland, what it's like to live here. So if you're looking to relocate here to the area, make sure you shoot me a text, phone call, or email, or use the link in the video description. No matter how you want to get a hold of me, guys, I got your back when moving to the area. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.